Okay, now guys, welcome to the part 2 of the video. So now the part 2 of the video, we said you can see that if we take 2h squared plus 5h is equals to h, then we approach 0, we get undefined. So when we get undefined, so how can undefined, now you have to simplify this thing. And then how simplify, guys? Limit e o I get a substitute the h, because you can't substitute now because of your undefined. You solve until you remove these things. That how substitute you must make sure how substitute are undefined. The minute you substitute undefined, you need to simplify that thing. So how are we going to factorize the numerator? There's a common factor which is h. So globally 2h plus 5 divide by h and h cancels, then rest again. So limit the l until so nearly 2h plus 5. Then we check after simplifying. We check okay, take substitute the h 0. Are you for undefined? You for number, then you can substitute. So go to 2 h is 0, then plus 5. Then our final answer is going to be how much? It's going to be 5. So it means the limit. So the limit when h approaches 0 of 2h squared plus 5h is equals to how much? When h approaches 0, this thing approaches how much? It approaches 5. That's how we do it. Okay, now let's check another example. Example number 3. Example number 3, determine the value of the limit when h approaches 0. So when h approaches, determine the limit of this thing when h approaches. Okay, let's fix this one. Let's say when h approaches 0, guys. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. No, I forgot to add something. H plus 2. Let's put 2 there. Find the limit when h plus 2 approaches 0. So you're going to substitute. Use your calculator. Check. So how check out h squared plus 5h plus 6 divide by h plus 2. How substitute a minus 2? You realize you get undefined. So how substitute a minus 2? You get undefined. So this thing is undefined, the denominator. So the denominator must not be equals to 0. Once the denominator equals to 0 or 0, 0, it's undefined. Then it means now we need to factorize. So if in the previous video you'll feel how to factorize this thing. So totally on Almoki. So we have the limit, the limit when h approaches minus 2 of h squared plus 5h plus 6 divided by h plus 2. So it means let's solve a bill. I get here substitute the limit far undefined. Then we factorize a bill. By 1. As you can see, this is a trinomial. Kobale h plus 3, then plus 2. H plus 2. So from here you can see h plus 2, they cancel. Then equivalent limit when h approaches minus 2, this is h plus 3. Then you try to substitute. When I substitute, I sum for undefined. Then now when you start to substitute the h, when h approaches minus 2, the limit here to minus 2 plus 3, which gives me what? 1. Therefore, the limit when h approaches minus 2 of h squared plus 5h plus 6 divided by h plus 2, when it approaches minus 2, basically this thing tends to approaches what? When it approaches minus 2 from the left to the right, from the left hand side, like I'm on the right hand side, this thing, it approaches what? It approaches 1. Okay, so if you didn't understand, you can pause the video and do it again. Okay, now let's check the last example with regarding the limits, how to find the limits. So now the last example is this thing. But if f of x is equals to this, find the value of h of x. So you can see from here already, if this h, if you substitute that h more, if you get 0 more h, this thing is going to be, and it's going to give me undefined. So since I'm undefined now, we have a problem. So marbar f of x is equals to, so it means f of x is equals to 5x squared. Then if f of x is 5x squared, f of x plus h. So it means x was x plus h. 5x plus h all squared. This thing you have 5 x plus h, you solve it. You have 5 x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. You know how to solve this, most again. So basically I have 5x squared plus 10xh plus 5h squared. Then now I can find this thing. Then substitute. We have the limit when h approaches 0 of fx plus h minus f of x divided by h. That one again. Then we just substitute the limit when h approaches 0. What do we have? F of x plus h ke ona re fetseng go ikira mo re substitute ka mokgweleng ka teng. Hona ka mokgweleng ka teng ka botlalo. Dula o tlo kra o senya nako wena o tlo tepetha ka nako mo. Ashi le bona mo sagere. Then f of x rena ashi yona, which is 5x squared. Yabo a o tlo kra bona o tlo kra o tepetha ka nako. Yabo na now solve mo o bona gore okay, 5x squared minus 5x squared is 0. Ro sala ka the limit when h approaches 0 of 10xh plus 5h squared divided by h. Still from here, when we substitute h0, sanzani refer undefined, so it means we need to factorize it. We need to factorize this thing. H approaches 0. Then renta h as our common factor. How to go on saying because h is your denominator. So go moko salaka 10x plus 5h divided by h. Level h and h cancels. Go salang the limit when h approaches 0 of 10x plus 5h. Then I check. I substitute h to be 0 more in guy. I sell undefined level, then I can just substitute. Then go to 10x plus 5 h is 0. Then the final answer is going to be 10x. This is the limit. The limit when this thing approaches this. You see? So given f of x, you just substitute mailing f of x, then you find your limit. Okay. Thank you guys for watching the video. Then after that after this one, we're going to, so if you have any problems and you want me to do examples, you can just comment on the link below, then I will do more examples. Thank you.